know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. You guys, let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear before we get started. Just let me know in the chat if you can hear. Welcome back, you guys. We have a lot to get through. I have a lot of clips, a lot of receipts. So pardon me for taking so long, but you know, I work and everything like that. So it took me a while to get everything. I wanted to research a couple of things, a couple of updates that we've had. So please let me know if you can hear so that we can jump right into it. I do see a thumbs up, so I guess that means that we can hear. All right, well. Welcome back, you guys. Hey girl, hey. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I am back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like the video, share the video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. So you guys, we have been on a roller coaster ride with this situation with Shanquella. Adriana said, "Where's everybody's badge?" Child, I don't know. What's going on? What's going on? Y'all can't see your stuff? I don't know. I'm monetized. Let's see if I can check on that real quick. I don't know. Where's everybody badge? Monetization is on. Y'all know how YouTube be acting up. It might be a glitch or something, but monetization is on. No, I don't see the badges. Oh, okay. It might just be you. Well, maybe if another member pops in, we will be able to see it, girl. Let me check the memberships real quick. Give me 1 second. Hey, Divine Taste Cooking. Hi. Hey, Tamar. Hey, Mimi Twin. Kay, let's talk about it. Michelle Lane. Did I say Tamar? Hey, you guys. All right. Well, the monetization looks like it's on, so I don't know. We'll deal with that later, girl. But you guys, we got a lot going on when it comes to this situation with Shanquella Robinson. Now, we know that Shanquella, she went over to Cabo, and I mean, they were in a beautiful villa, okay? They were in a villa that included a private chef. It included a car for them to go where they needed to go, jet skis, all these things. They really had it going on. And Shanquella footed the bill for this. Shaquilla, I can't never say and pronounce her name, so excuse me. Shanquella, she footed the bill for this. And apparently, she was doing really well in life. She had her own business, and she was used to traveling. And there's been a lot of discussion as to, was this a setup? Did her friends take her over there, to do what they did? So we have some clips that I want us to watch so that we can get familiar with what's going on. I'm going to provide commentary, and we're just going to get right into this, okay? So let's get with it.
What happened to a 25-year-old Charlotte woman found dead in Mexico? Shanquella Robinson went to Cabo with a group of friends nearly 3 weeks ago. Her friends returned to the U.S., but she didn't. Last night here at 11 o'clock, our Brandon Hamilton showed you video of a fight that apparently shows Shanquella, and tonight Mexican authorities confirmed they are investigating her death as a homicide. Brandon is now live. So Brandon, it's like piece by piece by piece we learn more. You talked tonight with her mom again.
Molly, I did, but first I do want to say information has been hard to come by because, again, her death happened in a different country. But the attention to this case is what Shanquella Robinson's family wants. They're hoping this exposure means they are one step closer to finding out what happened to their daughter. For the first time since Shanquella Robinson was found dead nearly 3 weeks ago, on Thursday night, Mexican authorities confirm her death is being investigated as a killing. Getting answers, no matter how hard they are to hear, is what her mom, Salamandra Robinson, has pushed for.
It feels good. My stomach don't feel so empty. It feels like we getting somewhere.
In a release sent in Spanish by the state government of Baja California Sur, where Cabo is located, officials say police were called around 6:15 p.m. local time on October the 29th to a beach club. That's where they found the body of Shanquella Robinson. How did she die? Thursday night, Mexican officials told WBTV that the autopsy showed cause of death was a cracked spine. It's the same information Shanquella's parents shared with us last week. They say this new information from authorities confirms their daughter did not die from alcohol poisoning, which is what they were originally told.
It feels good to know that something's getting done about it, that my daughter's life don't go in vain.
Tens of thousands of people across the United States are sharing Shanquella's story. It's trending on Twitter and viral on Instagram. The family tells me that strangers are reaching out.
I thank them. I really do. We really appreciate it.
But there are still many unanswered questions. As Mexican authorities continue their investigation, Mom says somebody knows something.
I need one of them to come forward and admit what they did, because it's out there and we see it, and you can't get away with that. There's no way.
And I do want to reiterate, yes, this is a big step, but Mexican authorities are still investigating. The case is still open.
Is pushing for answers after their 25-year-old daughter died while on a trip to Mexico. Shanquella Robinson's parents say that she visited Cabo San Lucas last month with friends. And those friends claim that she suffered from alcohol poisoning before she died. But disturbing new information has emerged, causing her family to question what they were told. Salamandra Robinson is Shanquella's mother, and she's joining us now. And I got to tell you, I am appreciative that you are joining us now because I can only imagine the pain and the anger that you are feeling right now, and I know you want answers. We mentioned that you were initially told that your daughter had alcohol poisoning. So can you talk a little bit more about when you first found out that your daughter had been hurt, had died, what you were told, and what made you question what you were told?
Well, I received a call on Saturday saying that my daughter was sick and that she had alcohol poison, but her doctor had never arrived, so I don't know where they had got the alcohol poison from. So at that time, they said a doctor was on the way to examine her, and she wasn't responding as they told me. Said she was resting a little bit, but she wasn't all the way responding as normal. So I told them to keep me informed, and I wanted to know why they couldn't take her to the emergency room. They said because they needed $5,000 cash to be seen in the emergency room. And I said, well, she has insurance. And they said they didn't take insurance by being out the country. It was a little different. So at that time, I told them just keep me informed, and they did call back, but they still saying it was alcohol poisoning. So by later on that evening, they called and said that Shanquella had passed. And at that point, it just took my heart crumbled up, just knowing my child was gone, and I couldn't get there to her, could not do anything. And they said the medics came, 3 medics came, and no one couldn't do anything, couldn't save her. But I believe Shanquella was already passed, had already passed. But later on that next day, I got a call saying that they was over there fighting Shanquella, saying they don't know why they was putting it on alcohol poison, say Shanquella, they was jumping on her.
Who called you?
And these were the friends that she was with.
So the friends that she was with said it's not alcohol. They initially said it was alcohol poisoning, and then they said, no, it's not. There was a fight.
There was a fight. This was a phone call that I received that it was a fight. So the video had to be out before they actually come back to Charlotte.
So there's a video on, for people that don't.
So I have to say something right here. I was a little disturbed by this because I'm like, well, I know it's like delay in, microphone and, the video, of her being in another place with the news people. But when they asked her who called you, and like she said, the video had to already be out. I think that it was the same person that released the video, that made that video go viral. I believe that's the same person that called her and told her that no, it wasn't alcohol poisoning. They were over there fighting on Shanquella. I believe it's the same person. But we're going to get into that.
No, there's a video that surfaced on social media that's very disturbing. You've seen this video, I know. Did you get a call from the police at any point about what they found?
Oh, I never received a call from the police saying what they found.
Or an autopsy, anything like that?
Later on that week, that Thursday, we received the call. That was the autopsy saying that her death had nothing to do with alcohol. Say she had a cracked spinal, and say her neck had been broken. So that automatic let me know that she were jumped.
So did you, at that point, have you spoken with the friends that were with her since then?
I spoke to the friends, like they had, when she actually passed, it was on a Saturday evening night when they called. But I talked to them, I think they arrived back home maybe Sunday or Monday. And I talked to them like on Tuesday and Wednesday. I talked to them Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And they kept on saying there was never a fight. There was never a fight. So I didn't believe any stories. So after we received the autopsy on Thursday evening, and the autopsy told us what had actually happened to her. And so that took it to a whole nother level because, they're saying that it was alcohol, and alcohol was not the cause of her death.
Yeah.
They jumped on her over there. And if you see the video actually shows that she was not fighting nobody back. She didn't even have a chance. All of them sitting there looking, no one sat, tried to stop it. She had nobody over there to help her,
So this
there was nothing she could do.
This is a video that's circulating on social media. Just to clarify, when you saw that video, did you think that was your daughter?
Yes, that was my daughter.
Okay. Did the friends talk about the video? Did they acknowledge the video in any way?
No, never. They never acknowledged the video.
As far as you know, obviously, because this has happened in Mexico, which complicates everything, the Department of State has issued a statement saying that they're aware of the reports. What do you know from the Mexican authorities and even the Department of State about where things stand then? You mentioned the autopsy report. What have you learned?
Well, I know I have learned now that they are looking at it as murder. And I was glad to hear that.
This, you know, so often it is mothers that really sort of push and push and push. And I know this is hard. Your daughter, I want you to tell us more about her. She is obviously not just a headline in a story. Tell us about your daughter.
Well, Shanquella was sweet, very kind. She had a heart of gold. She loved everybody. She didn't mistreat nobody. Never, no one could possibly ever say anything bad about her because she was a good person.
Was she close friends with the people that she went on this trip with?
Well, all I know that she went to college with them. That one of the guys supposed to have been her best friend. And he had went on family trips with us, you know, and he'd been to the family house. We all been on trips together, you know, just good time. And I never thought that he could be that low to do my child like that.
Have you heard from him since all of this happened?
Yeah, he came to the house 4 days in a row until he found out we knew what the autopsy said.
And you haven't seen him since?
Haven't seen him since.
And Salamandra, have they given you any sense of a timeline? As far as I know, you said that they're investigating this now as a murder, but have they given you any sense of a timeline as to when you may hear more from them?
No, they just said they're still working on it.
Well, we want to acknowledge, we mentioned that you've seen the video. The reason we've chosen not to show it is it is disturbing. We can't verify the authenticity of it at this point. As you mentioned, you saw it, you believe that's your daughter. But we appreciate you sharing your story and what you believe happened. And as Anne-Marie said, it is moms who often do fight for their children that never give.
Oh gosh, it's terrible. Now, what we're going to do in this video, because I am going to give my commentary and my thoughts and we're going to do a review, but I want to just give context to this actual story and what happened. So we're going to just play through clips, you know, news articles together, and we're going to watch them. And then we're going to get into our commentary as to what is really going on here. Now, Black Twitter, Black bloggers, they got a hold of this story, and I mean this story has went viral. And I do believe Black Twitter, Black bloggers, the YouTubers, everyone that jumped on this story, they are the reason, and they can be credited for why it has gotten so much attention and why justice is being served. Because this did not just happen this month. This happened in October. So the fact that nothing was done immediately speaks volumes. If this story had not become viral, I don't think that the family would be getting any justice. I believe Mexican authorities and the people over there would have just taken what happened, took their word for it, and went on about their business because they don't want it to affect tourism or anything like that. They already got these viral stories of people dying over in Mexico on vacation and with this, you know, the carbon monoxide and all of this. So I believe because of that, you know, and it being Cabo and resort town, I don't think that anything would have been done if this story had not went viral. So, you know, shout out to all of those that have been, all the boots been on the ground. Now, there's a double-edged sword with this as well, because there's information floating around that isn't credible, that isn't true, you know, and a lot of things have been done for clickbait and for views, because this is such a hot story that people want to go viral and they want to get their clicks and views, which is why I have not covered the information until now, because we are at a pivotal point in the situation and in the case where I felt like there was enough information where I could cover the story. So we're going to start looking at some clips and then we will do some commentary. So take a look at this next clip.
Potential legal limbo as Mexican prosecutors seek to extradite an acquaintance of Shanquella Robinson, the North Carolina woman found dead while vacationing in Mexico. Authorities are not currently naming her, but say she is a direct aggressor against the 25-year-old after a video online, too violent to show, reveals Robinson assaulted in her hotel room. Mexican authorities issuing an arrest warrant for that acquaintance, now back in America, for the crime of femicide, the act of killing a woman based on her gender.
On the one hand, the U.S. government is going to take this seriously, and on the other hand, it's not obligated to turn her over.
On October 29th, local police reports state that a Baja Resort town guest told medical staff around 2 in the afternoon that Robinson had drunk a lot of alcohol, a doctor determining she was stable but dehydrated. Adding Robinson's acquaintances refused to send her to the hospital. The police report stating the Charlotte native went into cardiac arrest, declared dead by 6 p.m. But an autopsy differing from that report, stating medical officials arrived before 3 p.m., quickly declaring Robinson dead from severe spinal cord injury and a dislocated neck. Robinson's family wants answers.
I'm just waiting on that day when someone can be arrested. That's all I'm waiting on.
So as for those contradictions, Dan Abrams says sometimes that can happen when you have different officials looking into the same case, but it can be problematic for prosecutors. Zoreen Shah, ABC News.
Y'all have done a wonderful job and have gotten it all over. I have people from Africa everywhere telling me about it.
A lot has changed since we first spoke with Salamandra Robinson. The search for answers in her daughter's death in San Jose del Cabo has changed from feeling ignored to feeling validated. But as information emerges, separating fact from fiction has proven difficult. Fake Instagram accounts have emerged pretending to be Robinson's friends who were with her on the trip, Shanquella herself, and even her mom, claiming things her real mom knows nothing about.
Oh, not me. I haven't put anything on Instagram in probably 5 weeks.
That's not her. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's not my Instagram. I didn't share that.
Salamandra says she's still trying to piece things together. She knows the police report and death certificate give conflicting information about Robinson's cause of death, time of death, and the fact that she was with a doctor for 3 hours at the villa before she died.
Mexico, I just think they didn't care. They just didn't care. And they just wrote down what they told them. All of them had plotted this and my beliefs. And they just said that it was alcohol poison. And when the police came in to investigate, they could have looked at her and said it seemed that she had been jumped on.
Robinson expressed displeasure with the doctor, saying she didn't do enough to save her daughter and didn't recognize her injuries.
She had a knot on her head, lip was busted, eye was, even the guy said she had a bloodshot eye. The doctor didn't do their job either.
Robinson is now pleading with the public and those on the trip to share any remaining video and information that could help their family learn the full truth.
I want everything to come out because I want the truth, what happened to my child, and I want justice done. So I want all the videos to be released, everything out there.
Morgan Francis, Queens.
Sorry, I was on mute. Sorry, y'all. Now we're gonna look at some footage that shows what was going on before all of the madness kicked off. When they first got there, they was playing games, they was drinking, they was doing all of the things, having a great time. Because mind you, like I said, this villa had a private chef. It had a car that came with it. It was a mansion. It was huge. It was beautiful. This was all paid for by Shanquella. All right. Her birthday celebration for someone else's birthday. She took them there to have a good time. Okay. And now I don't know. I might be misquoted. If it was even her birthday, was it two of them that it was their birthday? I might be wrong about that, but it was birthday celebrations, which is why I said that, because that was one thing that I did not verify. I wish I'll check that out while we're doing the video. But it was birthday celebrations, okay? You should be able to hear me now. It wasn't no sound at first, but you should be able to hear me now. You definitely should be able to hear me now. Let me know if you can hear, because you couldn't hear at first, but you should be able to hear me now. I know that there's a delay in between the mic and me, but you should. Okay, good. Now, let's take a look at what was going on, the festivities, and how great things were when they first got there.
Winter, come on now. Deja, we know you weren't working on upper body when you was working out. Come on, let me see what you got, Winter. Winter, what is that? I'm gonna play. What Carter? Man, these people here. It's all that. Come on, Lisa, grab a card. How we do it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it how we do it, because we used to it. Drink, motherfucking drink. One. Winter, come on now. We get naked.
They was having a good old time, right? They was having a good old time. Now, this next video clip that you're going to see, this is Shanquella. They're preparing to go swimming, and she goes in the room looking for the girls. And when she stumbles upon them, you can tell that they plotting. They in there talking, or you know how people get caught off guard when they in there talking about you. Check this out.
It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at? She told me I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What? I'm gonna keep it hot. I've been in suits that I don't want to wear because it's cute. They, what Go said, they croup.
The one that's like mediocre is in my chains. I can't wear them.
Now that energy was off. Like they just looked like they was caught. Okay. You can tell that they very much was plotting. Okay. Now, once they got back to, after they had, did whatever, once they got back to America, and they was talking with the mom and everything, they basically ghosted. The mom didn't hear anything else from them. And they basically just let her know, listen, she died of alcohol poisoning, but they all know really what had went down. Now I'm going to play the clip of the actual fight. Keep in mind, we're going to issue the trigger warning. It is really, it's really disturbing to watch. So just keep that in mind. Now, the person that was filming it, the person was telling her that you can at least fight back. You're not going to fight back, and the girl that's fighting her saying, I'm sick of this shit. And the person holding the camera saying, Quilla, you ain't going to fight back. They just really did that girl dirty. Look at this. Oh. She didn't have a chance. Swinging her around. Look, banging in on her head. Of course her neck. I mean, and then she pulled off her bonnet like, let me really get to it. She pulled her own bonnet off, or pulled her bonnet off. And I mean, you clearly see the male that is filming it. We all know who that is. Now that person's got a beard, right? You clearly see that that person has a beard. Now, let's look at the two males, well, the three males that have beards, right? Has a beard. Now, that's not Nasir, that's Khalil. This is supposed to be the best friend. Now, if you look at that image of the person, that male right there, he has a beard. Okay? This male also has a beard. Right? And then Nasir, we know Nasir has a beard. And Nasir is the one that we're going to watch in just a few moments, where he's the one that allegedly didn't come over with everyone else. He flew in afterwards, right? He's the one that turned on the soft music and claimed to have held her head and all of these things, which I feel like she had been deceased when he came in, if that's his so-called story, if he claims that he wasn't there. But I believe that that's probably not true. He probably was there. And we also have some accounts of another blogger that has been covering this story that suggests that he was there. But his story is he wasn't there. He came in later. Okay, now, but this person has a beard. All right. Now, Miss Winter is the one, the light-skinned young lady. This is Miss Winter. And Miss Winter is the one that was doing the push-ups. Now, Miss Winter came out and she had some stuff to say on social media. Listen at what Miss Winter had to say.
All right, so yes, she did have a fight that y'all will see, and that's going viral. They were fighting because Perla did some crazy shit while she was drunk. So he basically told her to, let's fight. I don't want to drag you out of the bed. Chloe didn't want to. And that's how that happened. Unfortunately, she did die because of on the bed. But y'all see something in the video, don't mean that happened. They're just trying to cover it up with a broken spine and whatever else they're saying. You all like y'all. I was not fighting in the video, so.
Unfortunately, she did die on the bed. It is so just callous, so inconsiderate, so, oh well, this happened. And like, her attitude is so appalling. Just disposition. I was horrified listening to this. Horrified.
The person that was fighting in the video is not up here, and she can only speak for herself. So until she gets up here, she can speak on her behalf. We are talking because we were there. There's multiple people there, not just the girl that was fighting. So I'm confused. What's the question you're trying to ask? If me and my friend is going through something, we're gonna fight it out. So that's just that. Nobody's gonna jump in. And that's just what happened. After she fell, she was not dead. So what are you talking about?
I mean, just listen how she talking. After she fell, she was not dead. What you talking about? This is somebody's life. She talking like it's just another day. It's no big deal. If me and my friend are going through something, we gonna fight it out. That's not a fight out. That wasn't a fight out. That was a herder. That wasn't a fight out. A little fight is, you tussle and then the other person is also fighting. She wasn't fighting back. Shanquella, obviously, she did not want to fight. So how is that me and my friend going through something and we're going to duke it out? We're going to fight it out. No, that was not a fight out. No, absolutely not. That was an ambush. Just because it was one person fighting and they didn't jump her, it was an ambush because they clearly all knew what they were there to do. They all had their phones out. Everybody was around. They all knew. They had planned it. They knew what was going to go down, which is why they all stuck together when the medical professionals arrived and they didn't want to let her go to the hospital or whatever. They didn't have any intentions on that girl going anywhere, because what did they do afterwards? They commenced to spending on her credit card, right? So that is Winter's account. Now let's listen at Nasir's account. Okay.
I go to Quilla. Quilla didn't leave my side, none of that, till the nurse came. But I got too far ahead. So Quilla was laying on the couch in the game room. The fucking villa was like a big ass mansion, no upstairs, all tile on the wall, tile on the floor, straight tile, nothing else. So it just a big ass villa. I don't know if y'all can view it on the website. Go to Cabo Villas and look at how big this shit is and what it looked like. Well, you're gonna see. So when I got there, she was in the game room. They told me she was not feeling good, so I instantly go to her, put on her side, get a bag, and all that. So I'm sitting right next to her the whole time. I was crossing my heart and hope that I was there the whole time in the game room, and then they was talking about cooking, so we made it to the living room. I cut on some soft music, sitting with her, rubbing her head, just chilling, waiting till the nurse came, because that's what I was informed that was happening. At first I was told that it was a male coming and then a female showed up. So by that time, I skipped another thing. Quilla wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. That's what they did find her, slumped over her toilet in her room. That's what I was told. Quilla was not dead when I got there. Yeah, boom. So it's like, okay, so when I get in there, I go in, I see Quilla, I see she chilling, I put her on her side. I go out and make that video where I'm talking about I'm here, that Quilla get up. So I'm thinking like, damn, we got stuff to do. ATVs, a boat, dinner. I missed the chefs, I missed everything. Anyways, fuck that. So I'm like, damn, I'm thinking, Quilla, let's get up. I say that in the video, everybody can hear it, everybody knows. Everybody that know me heard me say the shit. That was my first video when I got there, or second, because I made a video of me pulling up to the villa. But he was cutting up the guy. I tried to get the timestamp for y'all, but that's not gonna work. So I guess the real FBI, whatever, had to put those right timelines together. But I'm gonna start with the NCB. That faggot is so stupid and got y'all believing everything that's wrong. I was not there till the next day. I didn't see a fight. I didn't know it was a fight. I didn't know it was a video. I didn't know they did any harm, anything. I went in there and told it was alcohol poisoning, so that's what I helped her as. I didn't leave her side. I cut on soft music, Summer Walker rubbing her head to the...
That's why I helped her ass. That's why I helped her ass. I put on soft music. I was rubbing her head. That's why I helped her ass. Do you hear how these people are talking about a deceased female? This is someone that's supposed to be their friend, someone that took them out on a expensive vacation, and this is how they talking about her. No regard for her life. That speaks volumes. Now, when he's talking about NCB, he's talking about the blogger, the North Carolina. He's a journalist, another black blogger, and I believe his name is North Carolina. I got it written down somewhere. Oh Lord, North Carolina something, child. I forget. North Carolina blogger, I guess. I don't know. I forget it. I thought I had it written down, but y'all know who he is, and we're gonna play a clip from him because he's another one that has had boots on the ground, and he's been covering the case. And so yeah, we will be showing the North Carolina blogger. That I believe, yeah, Gerald, that's his name, but Gerald Jackson. And his thing is the North Carolina blogger. So that's who Nasir is talking about. Nasir, whatever his name is, child. He's all worried about he ain't get to get on the ATVs. He didn't get the private chef. He didn't get none of that. He's more concerned with that, child. He's more concerned with that. You know what I mean? I said, Quilla, get up. I was putting on soft music. I was rubbing her head. Like, damn, he's just talking about her like it's just nothing. So take a listen. Let's finish it.
Nurse came in. Nobody even talked about the nurse. Nobody even said a nurse came. None of this stuff. So I'm really not understanding where this story is coming from and why it's out here like this, because it's wrong. It's wrong. And for y'all to be attacking me, an innocent soul, like I'm really innocent as fuck. I went there to enjoy my birthday. Like to enjoy my birthday and to really just goddamn have fun. I didn't have not 1 second of fun. And take one shot and then smoke one blunt and didn't do anything. I went straight to Quilla. She was not found dead. She was found unresponsive. Yes, unresponsive. She was unresponsive. I tried to get her to talk to me and all that, but it was none of that. There was none of that going on. Oh shit. Yeah, but other than that, I did. Oh yeah, I know y'all probably asking that. When I walked in there, I didn't really notice the knot on her head until the nurse pointed it out. I did see the bump on her lip. She did have a blood vessel bust in her eye, and that's it. But I didn't really go in there like, damn, y'all jumped her, y'all beat her ass, what's going on? Like, cause they know, man, and nobody even told me about nothing. I was blind to everything. I'm literally in there giving her my all. Like, come on, girl, we is 2,000 miles away from home. 2,000 miles away from home. Don't nobody just.
Now let me tell you something. You walked in there and you seen her with injuries that you just described. And you said, come on, Quilla, come on, girl, get up. I want to smoke a blunt. I want to drink. I want to have a good time. I came here for my birthday. I ain't smoked not one blunt yet. I ain't drink not one drink yet. Come on, Quilla. Get up, Quilla. Come on. Yeah, she was unresponsive. Yeah, but she was not dead. What? So what was it that you did to see if you could get her to be okay? Like, let's get her some medical attention. Something's not right with her. Why is her lip bleeding? Why is her blood vessel? You wasn't telling the nurse, this is your friend. You wasn't saying we need to get her to the hospital. Something's not right. She's unresponsive. No, y'all told the nursing and told the medical professionals that y'all didn't want her to go to the hospital, that y'all wanted her to stay right there. You didn't want her to go to the hospital. Modern Renaissance, man, this is live. This is a live video. When he was trying to get her to respond, what exactly was he doing? Tapping her shoulder, moving her head, etc. Exactly. Did you just hear what he said? He was worried about, I ain't get to smoke not one blunt. I ain't had not one drink. None of that. The whole time I ain't had no fun. I ain't get on the ATVs. I missed the private chef. This is the shit that he's busy saying in the video. So while you were in there with her and she was slumped over the toilet, he said that he was told that she was slumped over the toilet. But then he just said he was in the room with the nurse, and she pointed out the injuries to her lip, her eye, and all this. So which one was it? Was you in there with her and you seen this, or was you told that she was slumped over the toilet? Now, Rebecca, as far as, please don't jump ahead, as far as the arrest being made, because we're going to get to that too. All right. Now, I really want to credit the black bloggers and Twitter for breaking the story and for keeping this going, because it just makes no sense. Everything that has been said, we all see what happened. We see what happened. We see y'all. We see y'all, okay? Now, in my opinion, I'm thinking that there was some argument that went on between her and that girl, Dejanay. They had been drinking, and like she said, Quilla said something because she was drunk. So maybe she said something out of line. Maybe she made that girl feel like she was less than because, maybe they was jealous of her because she had money. She rented the whole, look where she had him at. She had him in some big old expensive villa where there was a chef and it was a car that they can use and ATVs. It was very, very pricey. It was very, they was doing the damn thing. All right. So she's used to living like that. And if you look at them and you look at the, just the whole, their whole being, she looked like she was way above them. You know what I mean? They weren't even in her pay grade. Okay. But they was her friends. These are people that she went to school with, but I don't think that she knew them as well as she thought she knew Khalil. All right. Because that was supposed to be her best friend. Now, how she arrived to picking these people, I would like to know what her thought process was for picking them. If you look at her and you look at what she's into and what kind of career she had, I'm just trying to figure out what was the thought process in picking these people. Khalil, okay, he went on vacations with your family. You know what I'm saying? He's your bestie. But these other ones, and it was Nasir's birthday. He was one of the ones that it was his birthday. Right? So that's what he's saying. Let's get it finished.
Sir, this don't 51 questions. Bro, why is y'all talking about, boy, did y'all kill y'all friend? I wasn't there. I don't have those answers for you from Friday to 3 o'clock when I got to Cabo. I just don't have them answers. I posted my flight itinerary. When I got there, I can't make that up. I can't. I really don't know what else to do but show y'all fucking the real tickets if I could even find them when I landed and didn't land. But I could post a video, I could show the video, it's gonna show the timestamps because it's in my archive. I got there at 3-something p.m. I made my first video at 4:26. That's me outside by the pool, saying, Quilla, get up, let's go, we got stuff to do. Let's go have fun. There was no fun in that. There was no fun in that. There was nothing good coming from that, man. I went in there with my bag, put it down, went to the game room, went to the living room, stayed there. Worst time of my life. And now y'all on here trying to say I killed her. Me, the nigga that got there a day late. A day late. The nigga y'all didn't see in the video. I have 1,030,000 tattoos. Do I sound like I was in that video? Go listen to it again. Do you hear my voice in that video? Like, come on, bro. Y'all niggas is really stupid. The bitches is stupid. The old ladies, all of y'all are stupid. I don't care who's after me because I have all my timestamps. I've been real close and cordial with everybody who really means something. So everybody else, this was just to give y'all some comfort. Because I'm not doing it no more. I'm not responding to nothing else. And all the death threats, I can go with y'all move. Everybody. I turn me to a pack. All that shit y'all talking, y'all just talking out your ass out of hurt because y'all listening to social media. Social media. Of course, my story is going to be different because I got there a day late. I can only tell you what I know from 3:30 till Sunday when I left. That's all I can do. I really can't give nobody no other answer from Friday because they didn't tell me. I didn't go in there, sit down and make no alibi with nobody. I didn't know nothing. They didn't tell me nothing. Cross my heart and hope to die on this Bible right here. I don't know nothing. I didn't sit and make no alibi. I didn't even have time. I got there an hour later.
Not cross my heart and hope to die. Stick a needle in my eye. Not cross my heart, hope to die about someone's life. See, this is where I'm at. I'm at their disposition, just how they even coming across. Not cross my heart. and hope to die. Like, no. Mm-mm.
The nurse came in the door. The nurse came in the door. Try to help pull her, try to put some salines in her, but her energy, she didn't have no electrolytes, her oxygen was low, so she couldn't find them. But y'all don't understand what I went through. Y'all don't understand, y'all won't understand.
She didn't have no energy, didn't have no electrolytes. She tried to put some fluids in her, tried to put some some saline in her, but she couldn't find her veins. When he said she couldn't find it, that's what he was trying to say. She couldn't find the veins because she wasn't alive, because wasn't no oxygen. Her blood was not pumping. That's why she couldn't find a vein. That's why she couldn't put the needle and put the saline in, because she was not alive. That's the whole situation. They could not put no saline and pump nothing into her because her oxygen level wasn't there, because she wasn't breathing. Period. Did you hear that?
So y'all keep posting my address and all that shit. Y'all have fun. Y'all have fun. Y'all know y'all hurting yourself. Y'all not hurting me. I'm not bothered by this, because I know the truth. Me and God know the truth. Me getting on this internet, and I cut the comments out because I know y'all being mad. What's the word? Insensitive. So I ain't even finna go back and forth on this shit with nobody. I tried to go live with the NCB nigga. He swear he know the time she been listening to social media. Social media. Of course, my story is going to be different because I got there a day late. I can only tell you what I know from 3:30 till Sunday when I left. That's all I can do. I really can't give nobody no other answer from Friday because they didn't tell me. I didn't go in there, sit down and make no alibi with nobody. I didn't know nothing. They didn't tell me nothing. Cross my heart and hope to die on this Bible right here. I don't know nothing. I didn't sit and make no alibi. I didn't even have time. I got there an hour later. The nurse came in the door.
He gonna kill me with this cross my heart, hope to die. Now, the NCB person that he's talking about, the North Carolina blogger, Mr. Gerald Jackson, he actually had some words about the itinerary, and the time is conflicting as to what what time he's saying he got there, and Quilla, her time of death. And he's saying that it don't add up, and he thinks that he was there. Okay, so let's listen to what North Carolina blogger has to say, because Nasir got a lot. He really want to talk to him. He said, I tried to go live with this nigga. He don't want to go live with me. That's all he worried about, is what social media and what people think, because that's how it is when people are lying. They want to know if you know that they lying. Okay. And now this is going to be his downfall. This is going to be Winter's downfall. This is going to be their downfall, because they can't stay off social media. And the first thing they did was run to social media and plead their case and talk about what happened that day in the house. So the investigators are going to see that what they saying don't add up, and that how would you know certain things that he's saying, it sounds like you knew she was not with us. When you said that she tried to give her fluids, give her saline, and you couldn't find her, he caught himself right there, because they couldn't find a vein. That's what he wanted to say. The nurse couldn't find a vein because there was no oxygen flowing, wasn't no blood pumping. Now let's listen to the North Carolina blogger.
Come in. Now, once I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I got time. Y'all listen. Y'all come in here. See, God, I give you praise and I give you glory. We give him praise and we give glory. Look, share this live video. Okay. First of all, let me say something, and then I'm gonna go again. First of all, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I've been blogging for 8 years, going on 9 years. Okay. I don't need a story to get clout. Okay, I already got clout. My name, people know my name. Okay, so this story ain't getting me clout, but I'm independent media, so I can post, say what I want to say, and I have the right to rebuttal a liar if I want to, and I'm gonna do that.
I see your comment in the chat, Rebecca, and just out of respect for the live and the content that I'm doing on this piece, please do not post any links in the chat or divert anyone to any other places at this moment, because I don't want people to be confused. I want them to follow the timeline and follow what it is that we're showing. I'm pretty sure that it's showing what it is that we're talking about, but please don't put any links anywhere, because I don't want people going off onto other videos to look at things until we're done. All right, thank you, lady, I appreciate it.
All right, you can call me what you want to call me. It don't matter. I ain't worried about things. Because see, I talk. Many of you don't know, earlier today, matter of fact, it was 30 minutes before Nazir went live. He wanted to talk to me about everything. Y'all saw him tag me on his Instagram post, tag my blog, said he wasn't there. I got the recorded phone call. Anytime you call the North Carolina beat, the phone call is automatically recorded. In North Carolina, it's a one-party consent. You don't have to let a person know you're recording. Just one person have to be privy to the conversation to be recorded. Okay? The phone just record. Okay? I keep my sources anonymous. I don't reveal my sources. They don't ever have to worry about me revealing my sources. All right? Now, this what we did now. Exactly, Sierra. Tell her, baby, I don't need no clout. I've been doing this for 8. You better go Google me. You gonna see some mug shots. And I got a shirt with all my mug shots on that motherfucker. What you gonna see? But what we're not gonna do. Now, I don't know if some of y'all never seen the show Dumb Criminals. You do have dumb criminals, right? So, dumb criminals do get online and they lie. You do know people lie, right? You do know that people come up with a story. Okay, first of all, this man didn't even know what CPR. Now, I talked to him on the phone because he wanted to get his story straight. He sent me flight itineraries, and I'm about to explain that to you because it's going to be in the story. The blog is acting crazy right now, so it's going to crash on me so I can't do it right now. But listen. I got the audio recorded. First of all, the man wanted to argue me down, calling me stupid, calling me dumb, calling me idiot because he didn't know what CPR is. CPR is when you give mouth to mouth and you do chest compressions, okay? Then you have something where you just do chest compressions, okay? He said CPR wasn't giving mouth to mouth. That one part, okay. Then he didn't know the time. He didn't know the Mexico time zone. He didn't know when he got there. And I'm gonna break that down to you. Now, I'm not even gonna deal with his flight from Charlotte to Dallas, okay? He had a layover in Dallas, whatever, boom. Okay. This is the thing right here. The flight itinerary he sent me that he's using as his evidence says that he was there 4 hours before Shanquella Shanquella died. Okay. His flight left, now mind you, if you Google Cabo, Texas, Cabo, Mexico right now, Cabo, however the hell you want to say it. I'm from the 3-3 motherfucking 4, goddammit. So we gonna say shit wrong way, all right? It's going to show you 6:54, 2 hours behind Eastern Standard Time Zone, right? Now, anytime you book a flight through American, Delta, Spirit, whatever, right? The time zone, if you're going to be going to a different time zone than the time zone you were in, Dallas, I believe, is 1 hour behind us. Okay, boom. You flew from Charlotte to Dallas, right? Your flight from Dallas departed at 10:30 a.m., right? Okay. It takes 3 hours from Dallas to Cabo, Texas. 3 hours. Okay, if your flight left at 10:30, right? 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, right? Okay. So, remind you, Cabo, Mexico is 2 hours behind us. Okay. And it might be off, but you still got, it might be off 4 or 3 hours. So you still got plenty of hours. Okay. When you get to Cabo, Mexico, it's going to be 11:30 daytime. The death certificate said that Shanquella was pronounced dead 15 minutes after her injuries, October the 29th at 3 o'clock p.m. You got there at 11:30. You got to Cabo, Texas at 11:30. So if you would have called anybody in the United States, it would have been 1:30 our time. Hey, mama. Hey, daddy. I made it. Hey, bro, I made it. Okay, what time? Oh, 1:30. Okay, what time is over there? 11:30. So you was there from 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3 hours and 30 minutes before she was dead. Look, they said just say Mexico. Mexico, goddammit. Cabo, goddammit. So,
Rebecca, I'm going to give you respect because you come to my channel a lot and you are, you're always here. I want you to just calm down a little bit in the chat. You're attacking people with this whole about the arrest being made. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that part of the story. And trust me, I saw the Yahoo, the story on Yahoo News. I definitely did. However, I'm going to give you the information that shows that might not be true. Okay? And there have been some retractions that have been made. And we're going to talk about the arrest, the alleged arrest. We're going to talk about extradition process. We're going to talk about warrants that were issued from Mexico. And we're going to get into that. That's going to be later in the video. So just pump your brakes, okay?
they talking about what the hell is Cabo? Look, whatever the fuck, Mexico, goddammit. Look. So, Cabo, it don't matter. So, sir, how did you get there after everything? When you got there, I thought Khalil told the family that the nurse was there doing CPR. But you claiming you was doing CPR? Hell, you sound like you the one that got there and released the video. Shit, you come. Somebody crack it. Oh, somebody crack it. Oh, here go the video. Let me release this video. It's funny that the same day the video come out, you come out. Look. So, sir, if you left Texas, your plane left Texas at 10:30 a.m. Dallas time, and it takes 3 hours to get to Mexico, where y'all went, then it would have been 11:30 Mexico time where you was at that specific location. So you had, again, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. That's 3 hours already. And you want to, and now look, here go to sleep people. I believe him. I believe, when y'all listen to this audio recording, you go be like, bro, you don't even know what time you got it. I believe him. I think he telling the truth. I think he telling that they blog is being messy. I think he telling the truth. Y'all high? What y'all smoking on? If you ain't smoking on that good green, you need to leave the other shit alone. I don't know why y'all deal with this boat and this goddamn embalming fluid, and goddamn cocaine, crack, powder. Just get you some good green. Get you some Reggie. Get your old bite wood. Get your old bite wood. Just roll you up some green. Just smoke, bro. Y'all need to leave this shit alone. So, the truth of the matter is that, now, to be honest with you, all we know is y'all was all over there with her. The information that he provided does not absolve him from being there. It does not exclude him from being there. Stop saying that. And I'm going to put the text message screenshots and the audio recorder of me and him on the phone on the story that I got coming up. This is just him he's scared.
Period. This does not anything that he were to put up, anything that he would, to say about the situation, it doesn't negate the fact that you were there. You went in there and you said you put on soft music and you held her head and rubbed her head. You saw the bruises, you saw the injuries, you saw all of this. You were a part of the other friends that said, we ain't sending her to the hospital. You were there. No matter when you got there, no matter what you were there. And y'all all left there and left her there. So anything that is being said by Nazir doesn't matter, and it does not negate the fact that all of you were there with her, and you all know what happened. And they're going to get to the bottom of it, and I pray that every last one of you suffer your punishment. Now, I want to take another look at this video that was posted on Good Morning America. We're going to start shifting into this idea that the person that was fighting Shanquella, the person that killed Shanquella, that was fighting her, was Dejanay Robinson. I'm sorry. Dejanay Jackson, okay? And here she is. This is Dejanay Jackson. And she is the one that you see in the video. She is the one that the arrest warrant was issued for. And she is the one that everyone is speculating has been arrested and has been extradited or in the process of being extradited to Mexico because of a blogger by the name of Gerardo Zuniga, a journalist from Mexico who has been on a crusade going to different platforms on YouTube, claiming to have seen reports, claiming to have spoken with people, claiming to have inside scoop and seen that Dejanay has been arrested. Okay, now mind you, she was not arrested in Mexico. She was arrested in the United States. So it would have been by U.S. Marshals. It wouldn't have been by Mexican officials that they didn't fly over here and arrest her. So how would he get inside scoop and get inside intel that Dejanay was arrested? I looked and did searches on the federal registry, on federal sites, looking for inmates, looking for people that have been recently arrested, and there are none. I don't see any records to suggest that Dejanay was arrested, okay? So at this point, I can't confirm whether or not she was or not. But I want you to check out this video from Good Morning America, and then we are going to listen to an interview that Mr. Zuniga did tonight on Tisa Tells YouTube channel. And he had an interpreter that was interpreting because apparently he does not speak English. So I can't even say if what he's saying is really what he's saying, because the interpreter could be saying anything to fit the narrative also. I don't know if that's being said. I need to be able to run that through a translator myself and make sure that what he's saying. But I want you to listen to his words, and you're going to pay a close attention to what's being translated to what he's actually saying, because no one actually says that she's been extradited. So I just want you to listen, but let's just take a close look at some of these clips. Let me get Miss Dejanay off the screen, child.
Young American woman in Mexico, in the search for answers from the people she was traveling with, people she says or thought were her friends. Shanquella Robinson died last month at a resort near Cabo, San Lucas. Now, Mexican prosecutors are trying to get an unnamed American woman extradited to Mexico to face the charges. They say that Robinson was killed in a, quote, direct attack, not an accident. Lilia Luciano was following this investigation. Lilia, good morning. This story is so disturbing on so many levels.
It really is. Good morning to you all. Well, Shanquella Robinson traveled with 6 friends to Mexico. Some of those friends initially told Robinson's parents that she died of alcohol poisoning, but her death certificate later listed her cause of death as a spinal cord and neck injury. Robinson's father told us if it weren't for the disturbing videos that emerged, including one where she's being brutally attacked, he fears justice would have never been served.
She was just a very, outgoing person. I mean, she loved people, just loved the friends that she was around.
Shanquella Robinson's father says his daughter's friends are to blame for the 25-year-old's death at a resort in Mexico in late October. Days after her death, a video too disturbing to show went viral, showing a woman beating Robinson, who was naked and not fighting back, while other friends watched and filmed nearby.
My daughter, she suffered, man. The last breath she took, she suffered. And they sit there and watch.
A local police report shows friends called for medical help just after 2 p.m., saying Robinson had, quote, drunk a lot of alcohol. When the doctor arrived and suggested she be taken to a hospital, she told police Robinson's friends refused and insisted on keeping her at the resort. Mr. Robinson says her friends called Shanquella's mother that night to say she was being treated for alcohol poisoning. An autopsy report released days later states Robinson died of a severe spinal cord injury and neck trauma at around 3 p.m. After her death, all 6 friends returned to the United States. Mexican authorities are now seeking the extradition of a single female suspect. John Jay College law professor Dmitry Shaknovich says the process now lies in the hands of the U.S. justice system.
They will engage in their own due process to see if this person that is alleged to have committed a crime should be extradited.
What do you want to see happen?
I want the truth, man. I just want them to get back over there and tell the Mexican authorities why they did what they did. I can't even be a grandfather. I can't even walk her down the aisle, man. The only thing I can do is cherish the moments that we had, the 25 years while she was here on this earth.
There's only
This is such a sad story, and it pains me every time I have to hear the parents, the father and the mother. Welcome to the channel, Alicia. Hey, Sky, I see you. But it just breaks my heart. Like, I mean, they are suffering, and this is horrible, and I'm with them. If this hadn't gone viral, I don't think they would have gotten any justice, because the Mexican authorities, like, I'm trying to figure out how two conflicting, like, how did you not know this woman was dead? The second report that states, no, she died at 3 o'clock. She was dead. So that tells me, was she dead when that nurse was looking and seeing those injuries, and that she was non-responsive and she wasn't breathing? They couldn't put the IVs in to give her any fluids because her blood wasn't pumping. No oxygen was running through her body, and yet you let her friends tell you, no, we're not going to send her anywhere. We're staying right here. Horrible. Horrible. So now there has been, I don't know how this man has come to the forefront. He is a Mexican, like a journalist of some sort. I don't know how he has gotten in the limelight or, came to YouTubers' channels or whatever. But his name is Gerardo Zuniga, and he is a reporter, journalist over in Mexico for a newspaper. And he claims that, he's seen reports, police reports. He's seen things. He has been on Gerald's, he's been on, I keep getting these people's names mixed up. Yes, he's Gerald and Gerardo. What a coincidence. He's been on Gerald's channel as well, giving an interview. But tonight, Tisa, she unveiled an interview that she had with Mr. Zuniga, where he is claiming that Dejanay has been arrested. So when the other day, when the blogs, everything was going crazy, everybody is saying they got her, y'all. And I know everybody wants that to happen because this is such a tragic story. We want justice for the family. We want to see someone pay for what they did because that video is horrible. You know how it's just like with anything. If you watch something over and over and over again, you're going to become outraged. You start to feel like it's your child, it's your family member. So you want something to be done. You want justice served. And in that, we want to see this done quickly. So any story that comes out, we are just willing to take it. And I think a lot of that, we have to be careful with that because we can do more harm than good. A lot of the stories that have been coming out, people are not fact checking. They're just ready to put it up for clicks and views, who's ever getting it up first, so they can get these likes and get their money. We at the end of the month with YouTube, people trying to get their videos in so that they can get that AdSense for Christmas. Okay. And they don't care whether the information is accurate or not. I waited to do the story because I want to make sure I put out accurate information. I want to give you what is in front of us, facts, what we have from credible sources. I haven't seen anything to suggest that this girl has been picked up. We don't have any pictures of her in a jumpsuit, in any handcuffs, anything. She has not been fingerprinted, nothing. She is not in any system in the United States to be extradited. She's not on any list, any federal list or nothing. There is no such thing as, oh, well, it's such a, viral case and, they don't want it to be exposed, so they're hiding her. No, that would not be it. When you process someone and you bring them in to the federal system, it's going to be listed and you're going to be able to look it up. I cannot look and find any information on Dejanay. Hey, Gary, thank you for the $5. So I don't see anything, to suggest that this has happened. So the news, Yahoo, all these different, they're going off of his account. They're going off of that this man said that he saw documentation. None of them have posted any proof that Dejanay has been arrested. None of them have a docket number, no type of, federal ID number, arrest warrant, nothing. Nothing. Okay. Now, usually with the extradition and those type of things, those things take months. Sometimes they take years, to facilitate and to happen. You have to have a treaty with the country that you want the extradition to take place. Now, we do know that Mexican authorities, they did issue a warrant. That is all over the news. That's all over major news publications. However, if they issued an arrest warrant, you don't think that there would have been some news stations that would have been all over? They would have had that on camera. That would have been on Good Morning America, CNN. It would have been playing all over the place that girl was picked up. Okay? And the fact that we don't have anything, we don't have any proof, I think people are just running off of their emotions because they want it to be true. And a lot of the bloggers that are reporting it, they want the clicks and the views. Now, what they did to her, we know they did harm and caused that girl's death. And we want them to be held accountable, all of them. You see how they speak about her. You hear how Nasir, you hear how Winter, they just, dismissive about who she even was. They went on a shopping spree with her credit card to the tune of $7,000. They sat with the mother when they came back, dropping off her stuff, just dropping off her suitcases as here's her shit, and away they went. Once the autopsy came out, nowhere to be found. You looked that mother in the face and you told her lies, knowing that you had killed her child, that y'all all had taken part in causing her death. Now, this is Gerardo on Tisa's channel, and I'm going to claim fair use. This is a reactionary video. We are using this for the purpose of commentating, educating our viewers. This is the audio, and I want you to pay attention and listen clearly. They are going to translate what it is that he's saying. Listen up.
To Dijonay, there was a warrant issued, right? She is currently in custody. Is that correct? Because can we verify that? We've heard, I would know he reported it, but how did he verify that she's currently in custody?
So, ella solamente quiere que usted le verifique de que Dejanay sí, que sí ella la están buscando, que la van a extraditar y solamente para que usted confirme eso.
Sí, de hecho yo revisé la información hoy con gente de la fiscalía y me confirmaron la detención de Jackson. Es correcto. Sí, está detenida, está bajo custodia del FBI. Fue detenida en Estados Unidos la noche de ayer. Y muy seguramente en cualquier momento las autoridades, creo que de Estados Unidos, van a dar a conocer la noticia de la captura de ella. ¿Por qué no la han dado a conocer? Por una simple y sencilla razón. Están con el tema del papeleo, de los documentos, de todo eso tiene que ver. Entonces retrasa un poco la información para que se haga de manera oficial.
Yes, so he did confirm it that she is under arrest with the FBI, and they are hoping that she'll be in Mexico soon.
Okay, so she asked how did he confirm that she had been arrested. He said that she's been arrested with the FBI and he's hoping she'll be in Mexico soon. How did he get arrest information from the FBI in Mexico? Who would give him that type of information? CNN ain't got it. NBC ain't got it. Not even TMZ got it. But a Mexican journalist that is on YouTube channels, he's got information from the FBI. He's from Mexico. He's not even from here. How are you seeing top secret documentation? And how would you know that you're hoping she's going to be in Mexico soon? Who are you getting this information from?
So he did look over the paperwork.
He looked over the paperwork. CNN ain't looked over it. Nobody else has looked over it. He looked over the paperwork. So FBI agents, marshals, these people gave him the paperwork. You can't find this paperwork anywhere. I looked for it. I'm an American citizen and I can't find it. So how is it that he found it? So is there anyone if there's anyone in the chat that knows how to speak the Spanish language, if you're able to tell us what it is that is being said, I would love to take that information in. But I was planning on running this through a translator tomorrow myself to see exactly what's being said. Because how can you just take his word for it? I understand, I don't have any gripes with any of these bloggers, but how are you just taking the word that these people are telling you what is, they're just not fitting a narrative. This girl that you got to translate, who is she to you? You know what I mean? Like I need credible sources. Like this isn't credible to me. I have no idea if what he's saying is what she's saying he's saying.
And he has been confirmed. ¿Por qué usted dijo que no lo ha confirmado los Estados Unidos, usted cree?
Por el tiempo del papeleo. Son procesos de detención donde tienen que elaborar documentos para poder de manera oficial presentarla. No lo pueden hacer así nada más. Tienen que llevar un proceso. Por eso es que Estados Unidos yo creo que va a tardar unos días en dar a conocer de manera oficial la captura.
So she was captured yesterday, last night, and he believes that the reason why the U.S. hasn't released the information is because there's still due process that needs to be done, and they're waiting on everything to release the information to the public.
Okay, so
de hecho, por ejemplo,
Now, my thing is, if he can't speak English, how is it that he's able to understand what it is that she's saying to Tisa? And how is it that he's able to understand what Tisa is saying to her? Because I ain't heard not one person ask him what that shit he just spurted out. I didn't hear anybody ask him anything. It seemed like to me, he listened to what they said and then he spit out something. Because I ain't hear nobody ask him anything. Not someone coming up here playing in our face, pretending to be a Mexican speaking person only. They only speak Mexican. It's Spanish. They don't speak English. Don't play in our face, because this is someone's life. This is a black woman's life. This is a young black woman, and we care about this. Our community cares about this. And for you to get up here and play in our face, this is just a slap in the face of black Americans. And the fact that y'all are so readily, willing to accept this information just because you're so sensitive about it, I'm really pissed off about this. Because I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand nothing this man is saying. I don't know if this is true. Like, what are you doing? But y'all want this, you want these clicks and views. I would have rather ran that through an electronic translator, had him up there talking, and us pushing a button and doing it that way, and letting the machine, the AI, give us the information, not another person, because they could be in cahoots and they could be telling us any goddamn thing.
Para poder hacer el procedimiento, nada más para que la audiencia tenga una idea más clara. La Fiscalía de Baja California Sur tiene que solicitarle a la Fiscalía General de la República de México la orden de captura y de arresto. Tuvo que hacer eso, y después la Fiscalía tiene que solicitarle la información, entregarle la información a Relaciones Exteriores. Entonces Relaciones Exteriores le entrega a la Interpol. Entonces es un proceso un poco engorroso, por eso el tiempo que lleva es un poco lento.
Okay, so he's explaining how things take place in Mexico. So he had to go through different departments and different investigators in Mexico, and then when he went to the Interpol. So that's perhaps why it's taking a while for the information to be released.
But that's incorrect. That is incorrect. That's not how extraditions, it doesn't even go that way. That's incorrect. The marshals and federal systems and Interpol, all these agencies work together, but it is not like that. And that information wouldn't be given to no one like him. So that didn't even make any sense. That sounded like that was just something to say, something to put together. It sounded good, but it's incorrect information.
Dejanay, does he have any idea where Dejanay was picked up at, what state, or does it just say she's in custody?
¿Usted sabe en qué estado fue que ella fue capturada o dónde está en custodia?
Todavía no tenemos esa información, estamos corroborando. Yo creo que para el día de mañana vamos a dar a conocer todos los detalles de esa detención. ¿Por qué? Porque lo que sí confirmamos fue su captura. Me lo confirmó un funcionario de la Fiscalía. Entonces, esa información ya les llegó a ellos. Entonces, pero no la pueden dar a conocer de manera oficial todavía.
So they still can release that information, but he believes that tomorrow that information will be released. He says that, yes, so he says a prosecutor actually spoke to him and confirmed that she was in custody, but they don't know yet.
A prosecutor spoke to him and told him that she was in custody.
Where she was.
But they don't know where. Okay.
Captured. Okay. Where she's being detained.
They don't know where she was captured or where she was being detained. But a prosecutor told him that she's captured.
Okay. A question. We'll come back to the bribery and the doctor and the police, but I have a question. Why was there only one arrest warrant issued? Did they not see evidence on the tape that the other ones committed crimes? That the other ones committed crimes with her?
Okay. Ella quiere saber que por qué solamente hay una sola persona que está siendo extraditada a México ¿por qué no los otros participantes no lo están extraditando también y no le están culpando de nada si no hay suficiente evidencia para eso?
Primero que nada, es la única persona, hasta ahorita ella es la única persona porque es la que es la agresora directa de Shanquella, es la que la agrede y la golpea, como se ve en el video. Cuando ella llegue a México, extraditada a Estados Unidos, como te dije ahorita, ella va a tener que decir quiénes más estaban en la habitación, que ya se sabe quiénes estaban, pero ella lo tiene que decir para que sirva como testigo de cargo, para poder de alguna manera fincar responsabilidades contra las otras personas que estaban. No va a ser la única detenida, hay varias personas relacionadas, pero eso la fiscalía lo va a tener que determinar cuando termine la investigación. Primero van por la persona responsable directa de la agresión y enseguida las otras personas que participaron en este crimen.
So the reason why she's the only one that has been extradited is because she was the direct aggressor.
Now, did you just hear what she said? She said the only reason why she was the only one to be extradited is because she was the aggressor. She ain't been extradited. She's only been arrested, right? Now y'all done jumped to extradited. Extradited means she's over in Mexico. That means she's gone. We supposed to be talking about she was arrested. What you talking about extradited? See, they're mixing up all these words. They saying all this stuff because they are trying to fit a narrative and paint a narrative for clicks and views. That woman has not been arrested, okay? And let alone extradited. I can't find it anywhere. Now, if I'm wrong, I will come back and say she was arrested that night and we just couldn't find it. But from the information that I have seen, it doesn't lead me to believe that she's been taken into custody by federal agents. It's not listed anywhere. I don't understand why the news channels have not broadcasted it, but they've broadcasted everything else. We would have seen this girl being taken in. It would have been pictures of her in handcuffs with her head down, all of this, if she had been taken in. It just doesn't sound right to me. That's just, that's just my opinion.
So they're hoping that once they get her in and they're able to interview her and interrogate her, that she'll mention who else was an accomplice and who else was present. But they are looking into the others as well. But they kind of want to just get her story first to then make the decision as to who else will be extradited.
So it sounds like, to me, it sounds like there's definitely crimes that have been committed, but because they were never interviewed, they don't have anyone technically in a lie. Right now they know who delivered the death blow, but to see the extent of how they can charge and how everybody else was involved, they would actually need her statement of some sort to start attaching, like, okay, you're lying, you did this, you did this.
Okay. So ella dice, entonces lo que pasa es, como usted dijo, que porque ella es la persona que últimamente mató a Shanquella, si ellos están esperando de que ella sea la que explique todo lo que pasó para después decidir quién más fue participante en el asesinato de Shanquella.
Es correcto, así es correcto.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, so that's great. Let's stay on Dejanay for a second. There were rumors that she was a man. She is, in fact, a woman, correct?
Usted sabe, había un rumor de que Dejanay quizá era un hombre o ¿sabe si ella es mujer o es hombre?
Inicialmente se manejó esa versión por unos comentarios que hicieron unos trabajadores del de ahí de la villa donde estaban hospedados, que hablaban que se quitaba una peluca y luego se la ponía. Entonces, esa situación generó una confusión en todos los medios, en toda la gente, porque creían que era hombre. Pero
this
no,
rumor actually came.
corrijo, no es hombre, es mujer.
Okay, so he can confirm that she's in fact a woman. I guess the rumor started from some of the workers at the villa. They saw her switching her wig, or I'm not sure if she had a lace front or.
Okay.
So they thought she might have been a man, but it's been confirmed that she's in fact a woman.
Okay, so she.
Now anybody can make that up. So now he's insinuating that he knew people at the villa that worked there. I guess because he's from Mexico, they from Mexico, and maybe he was able to get interviews with them, and they said they thought she was what, a man or trans or whatever, because she was switching wigs, as if they are that. So he really want us to. He playing in our face. So you want to try to make like them people that illiterate, they don't know the difference between a man and a woman. They never seen nobody remove wigs. They don't know about putting on wigs and taking off wigs. That they're Mexican. They're not aliens. They're not foreign to the idea of wigs. They know what wigs look like. These women had breasts, okay? These women they look like women. So you want us to really believe that they thought that because they saw wigs coming off and on, changing wigs. So when they was in the bathroom with the people when they was changing? So when the wigs was coming, when she put the wig on and took the wig off, where were the workers? They was in the bathroom with her? They was in the room where she was taking and doing her hair? I think not. How would the workers see Dejanay take her wig off and put it on? Wig off and put it on? Like, come on. What's wrong, Rebecca? What's going on? If folks can comment to me, I simply replied back, no worries or breaks to be pumped. Rebecca, that was earlier in the during the begin, not now. You can engage now. Remember when you asked me, could you drop the link to other, and I was like, no, because I don't want people to go to any other, be distracted by any other content. I want them to stay focused on so no, I wasn't saying that you couldn't interact. I just didn't want you to put the links. You asked, could you drop links? That's what I was directing that to. Other than that, you're good, Rebecca. You good, boo. Calm down. You good. You're always here. I said that in the beginning. I said, Rebecca, you know, I got respect for you, girl. You a sweetie. I'm little Kim. I'm dodging it. I'm dodging it. I'm dodging it. I said that you were good. You good, girl. So, I'm like, y'all seen wigs before, so stop playing in these people's face, okay?
Is a fact a woman, and we need Dejanay. I'm just recapping also. So we need Dejanay here to confront the other, not confront, but to give a statement for other people so they can piece the rest of the case together. I want you to ask them, once she's on Mexican soil, and we'll do it like step by step so he doesn't have to give a long answer.
Yes.
Once she's back on Mexico soil, because right now she's being detained, and for everybody that's watching, when she is on Mexican soil, then she will officially be arrested. Then they will ask her, so Mexican soil arrested, they will ask her to talk. Let's just say she says, I'm not talking. What happens to her then?
So ella quiere saber, cuando Dejanay llegue a México, si ella no quiere hablar, ¿qué pasa?
De todas maneras, las pruebas que tienen prácticamente la incriminan como la agresora.
Okay.
Tendrá que declarar. Si no quiere declarar, aquí en México hay un derecho que es acogerse al artículo 20 constitucional para no declarar.
Okay.
Si no quiere declarar, lo puede hacer, pero todas las pruebas de descargo van a caer sobre ella.
Okay.
Entonces, aquí lo que pudiera ella hacer es en un momento dado es es negociar con el Ministerio Público y con el juez para que su pena no sea tan alta y poder delatar a las personas que participaron con ella. Eso es lo que ella puede hacer si no quiere pasar tantos años en prisión.
So she can, in fact, decide that she doesn't want to talk to the prosecutors. There's actually a law in Mexico that allows her to do that. However, there's proof. So they can have the trial solely based on that truth.
Okay. He's not saying anything that is not, we know this. Anyone, they can invoke their Fifth Amendment right. Anyone doesn't have to speak to, prosecutors or detectives, or they can say they want a lawyer. I want an attorney. I want my attorney presence. I'm not talking. He's not saying anything that we don't know. And we do know with circumstantial evidence, a person can still be taken to trial. So he's not saying anything that is an aha moment. This isn't, like any tea. So Broken Heart says, Sweet Pea, when I listened to the Mexican reporter, excuse me, he said one worker had told people she was a man. When I was looking for Dejanay's so-called arrest, I came across an article that explained the wig situation. That one worker did not know about wig culture because she was new. Other employees knew better and cleared up the wig situation. And I, too, couldn't find anything on an arrest. Okay, that makes more sense, because I'm like, child, I know people know what wigs are. So she was new, and she had never seen the off and on again wig. Okay, so that makes sense. But he's saying this like he got inside tea. That's a news article that Broken Heart ran across. So how are we to know that he didn't see that same news article? Rebecca, you're good. You are so good, girl. You can say whether or not you agree or don't agree or whatever. That is fine. We have an open chat policy. I welcome. All I was saying is don't drop links and distract people from the video. Because if you put a link, then they're going to click on that link and they're going to leave the video. And then that takes away my views right now. I want people to stay with, where we're at. And then later they can go and look, right? So I don't think anyone was trying to offend you. I think people were just like, no, girl, don't drop no links because you'll make people leave. We don't think that you're giving out wrong information. We all are just, giving our commentary and what our thoughts are based on the information that we have available. So you're fine. You're good. You're always over here. You're welcomed over here, Rebecca. I love on you. I love on my sweetie. You're good. You're fine. Please interact with the chat. Just don't drop a link. All right. So I also came across some pretty interesting information where it pertains to some social media posts. So when Dejanay, she's posting on her stories, she's another one that was like, y'all got it all wrong. I'm innocent. So we're going to take a look at that. This is the death certificate. This is Shanquella's death certificate that tells the time of death. 15 minutes from the injury, she was dead. Person found unconscious on her living room. Doesn't say anything about the toilet or anything like that. She was found unconscious on the living room. So I would say it's in the bedroom, it could be they met them like living room space, living space, bedroom, but they did not say bathroom. Okay. It is a spinal cord injury and an atlas laceration. I mean, they really just lied to the mother. Alcohol poisoning, and they knew damn well this was not any alcohol poisoning. Now, Dejanay was on her Instagram stories, honey, and she was trying to give it to the people. She's telling the people, like, you have no idea what is going on. Y'all are sick. Now, she has no Instagram posts, but she claimed that Instagram deleted her account, but still yet it's 591 followers. You know, people might, I mean, it's a private account, so I don't know how you would have. I just feel like she deleted her page, just cleaned it all up. I don't know if you can still have followers on a private account if you don't accept them. Don't you have to accept them? So she said on her Instagram before it was, you know, deleted or whatever she said, Instagram deleted her. She said, we went to Cabo to have a good time. I lost myself. Okay. You are all sick individuals. You all do not know the whole story, and I will not explain myself to the people that keep making this a joke. Okay. Then she says, Instagram deleted at 22K. Those other pages are not me. I am innocent and will be getting my truth out. Now check this shit out. I'm only doing paid interviews. If you're not serious about hearing what happened and are just going to bash me, please do not ask me. So she was soliciting herself for paid interviews as well, honey. She willing to do interviews, but you're going to have to pay me. The killer, not the killer asking to be paid for her interview. Honey, you gonna have an interview right with them goddamn authorities. Now, this is the one, Nazir. This is his Instagram. And she tagged him and said, Ben did it. You was in the room with us. Stop the cap. So like I said, they gonna tell on themselves on Instagram, on, you know, their social medias. When she do get into custody, or any one of them get in custody, they gonna sing like a canary. They all gonna tell. But she's saying that he was there. She's saying he was there. Stop capping. You was in that room with us. Now, he took to his Facebook, and he was on his Facebook trying to pay tribute to one of his family members or something. And so the people was in the comments telling him, just know your karma is awaiting you. You going to jail, like real bad. And let me tell you what he responded back. Do you think he denied that child? These people telling you, you gonna get it. You about to get yours. He responded and said, I know people I know. So does this sound like someone that don't know that they done took part in something? He said, I know people I know. You gonna get your karma? I know. So what do you guys think about that? What do you think he was talking about? Now, this is Shanquella's. This is footage of her funeral. I really thought that her parents really put her away beautifully.
Yes, Sam. Bless her, God. Bless her. My God. Lord have mercy. My God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot believe this. My God. Beautiful. Yes, Sam.
They really put her out. I mean, they did her justice. This funeral was beautiful. I mean, it was a great homegoing service. They really laid her out great. Her parents did a great job. Beautifully, beautifully done. Beautiful. Look at those pretty horses. Look how pretty her casket was. With the pictures on it with the family. It's beautiful. They really did a great job. Rebecca, we know you said it was Yahoo. You said it was Yahoo, and I said it earlier. I only said don't put the link. I didn't say you couldn't say it. I just said don't put the link. Girl, you could talk. I can't silence you. I just told you you're allowed to say what you want to say, Rebecca. I said don't drop the link. You must be going back, or you must have redballed the video or something, girl. Look at that casket. Beautiful. Beautiful. They did such a cute. I mean, this is so. I'm just even watching this through the, through the TikTok and everything, and it's just touching my spirit. Like, I mean, it was beautiful. So sad. I mean, this is a sad story. This is horrible. I cannot even imagine. But with this whole thing, the arrest that allegedly has been made, we cannot find that information. You cannot find it in any of the federal search, for inmates or anything like that. It's not listed anywhere. So Dejanay Jackson, I'm not sure if she has been taken in by authorities or not. I cannot verify that information. And the Gerardo Zuniga, he's just not credible enough for me. Now, the mother, she went on Roland Martin's platform. This was just a day ago, which was yesterday, really. Like when I was doing it, it was the same day. Now we had 3 in the morning. And the mother went on Roland Martin's channel, and she is saying that there has not been an arrest made. Take a look at this.
Shanquella's mother, Salamandra Robinson. Mrs. Robinson, first of all, sorry to have you here on our show for such an occasion. Certainly our condolences go out to you. It has to be some solace for you, the fact that an arrest warrant has been issued, but you were just told so many different stories as to what actually happened to your daughter by her so-called friends.
Yes.
Yes. So when they got back from the trip with her luggage, what did they tell you happened to your daughter?
That she got sick from drinking. It was alcohol.
That she got sick from drinking. It was alcohol. And so that was their initial story. So there were several. And how many friends went with her? Was it?
Now, the echo that you hear is the interference from Roland's channel. That's not me with the echo. So it's going to get better as it goes, as it plays. But that echo is from Roland, okay?
Was it 3, 4, 5? How many total folks were in this party?
It was 7.
It was 7. Seven, including your daughter. And so they get back, they tell you it was alcohol poisoning, but then the autopsy, it tells a totally different story.
Yes.
Yes. Now, were the friends in contact with you and the family all throughout? And when the autopsy report was released, is that when they went radio silent?
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
No, I didn't know anyone but Kalia Cook. The other ones, I did not know them. All I know that she went to school with them. Kalia Cook used to come to our house and go on family trips with us. He's supposed to have been her best friend.
And so that's one of the gentlemen you said, and he went on family trips. And when was the last time you heard from him?
I haven't heard from him since the autopsy came back. And that's been about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when the autopsy first came back. And I haven't heard from him since.
When the prosecutors announced the arrest warrant, did they reach out to you to inform you of this beforehand?
Yes, they did, but they never told me who was being arrested, and they also haven't said that they have arrested anyone yet.
Now, there you are, okay? Now we're going to keep going, but the authorities let her know that there will be an arrest, but they have not arrested anyone yet. They have not reached out to her and let her know that they arrested her yet. This mother would be the first one to know if there was an arrest made. This was yesterday, the same time that this person came out, this reporter came out. The news reports that you are seeing on the internet, if you go into Google, you don't have to post links, Rebecca, to know, but if you go in Google and you type in Shanquella, if you type in Dejanay, arrest made, whatever, all of the different reports are going to come up, and it's going to be different news outlets, different blogs. It is not anything to suggest that there has been an arrest made other than blog sites. CNN is a major news outlet. They have not reported it. NBC has not reported it. It is independent blogs that have reported it. Yahoo is a blog. The links that are on Google, they are blogs. They are not news sites. They are not major outlets. The mother just stated just now that the authorities have not let her know of an arrest, but they let her know that there will be arrests made. However, no arrest has been made yet.
We've seen a number of different stories. Again, folks talking about this case and your daughter. And you've credited Black Twitter with actually making this possible in terms of the focus, because frankly, mainstream media has completely ignored this story, and it's certainly not gotten the attention of other people who have been involved in cases like this here. Folks who have come up missing, who have died overseas.
Yes, that's so true.
The GoFundMe that's been created. We had Tamika Mallory on last week, the co-founder of Until Freedom, and of course your family going to be traveling back and forth. A number of people have contributed. I think already has exceeded almost $400,000. And so, what would you like to say to the folks who have stepped up and assisted you and the family in this time of need?
I want to thank each and every one. If you only made a phone call, you gave a donation, whatever, I would like to thank you, because we're really going to need it to be for our attorney to go to Mexico and come back and somewhere to stay. And we also going to need it. So we really appreciate each and every one of you.
Right now is Shanquella's mother, Shanquella Robinson. Mrs. Robinson, first of all, sorry to have you here on our show for such an occasion. Certainly our condolences go out to you. It has to be some solace for you, the fact that an arrest warrant has been issued, but you were just told so many different stories as to what actually happened to your daughter by her so-called friends.
Yes.
Yes. So when they got back from the trip with her luggage, what did they tell you happened to your daughter?
That she got sick.
Okay, I'm getting a little irritated with there's a difference between an arrest warrant and an actual arrest. The news outlets have been reporting the arrest warrant. When you put out a warrant, that doesn't mean a person has been taken into custody. So that's what the news outlets have been reporting, that there was an arrest warrant issued. Interpol has not posted it on their site. This is not a top level secret security situation to where as though it would be hidden. It would be posted if it was there. This mother just sat here and said that the authorities have not arrested anyone. So why would Yahoo, why would they know and the mom not know? Why would Interpol not have it? Why would the U.S. Marshals? Why would the FBI? Why would the Federal Bureau of Prisons? Why wouldn't any of that have any information about her? I mean, I don't understand that. This is not something that is top level secret security and needs some type of security clearance. And one thing about extraditions, that stuff takes it takes a while. That's not something that just happens overnight. So what we just want accurate information. We don't want to argue about who's, like you just put in, that's really offensive, Rebecca, to say that people cannot be this slow. Okay? Because no one is slow. We're just stating that we want facts. We want the truth. We don't want to just run off of whatever we see on the internet, because just because you see it on Yahoo News doesn't mean that it's accurate. We just want the accurate information. I don't have to be right. You don't have to be right. No one has to be right. We want Dejanay to be held accountable, and we want Shanquella to get justice. Period. Can't lose sight of, you know what I'm saying, what our goal is here.
Sick from drinking, it was alcohol.
Yeah, she got sick from drinking, it was alcohol poisoning.
So that was their initial story. So there were several. And how many friends went with her? Was it 3, 4, 5? How many total folks were in this party?
It was 7.
It was 7.
7, including your daughter. And so they get back, they tell you it's alcohol poisoning, but then the autopsy, it tells a totally different story.
Yes.
Yes. Now, were the friends in contact with you and the family all throughout? And when the autopsy report was released, is that when they went radio silent?
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
No, I didn't know anyone but Kalia Cook. The other ones, I did not know them. All I know that she went to school with them. Kalia Cook used to come to our house and go on family trips with us. He's supposed to have been her best friend.
And so that's one of the gentlemen you said, and he went on family trips. And when was the last time you heard from him?
I haven't heard from him since the autopsy came back. And that's been about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when the autopsy first came back. And I haven't heard from him since.
When the prosecutors announced the arrest warrant, did they reach out to you to inform you of this beforehand?
Yes, they did, but they never told me who was being arrested, and they also haven't said that they have arrested anyone yet.
We've seen a number of different stories, again, folks talking about this case and your daughter. And you've credited Black Twitter with actually making this possible in terms of the focus, because frankly, mainstream media has completely ignored this story, and it's certainly not gotten the attention of other people who have been involved in cases like this here, folks who become up missing or who have died overseas.
Yes, that's so true.
The GoFundMe that's been created. We had Tamika Mallory on last week, the co-founder of Until Freedom, and of course your family going to be traveling back and forth. A number of people have contributed. I think already has exceeded almost $400,000. And so, what would you like to say to the folks who have stepped up and assisted you and the family in this time of need?
I want to thank each and every one. If you only made a phone call, you gave a donation, whatever, I would like to thank you, because we're really going to need it to be for our attorney to go to Mexico and come back and somewhere to stay. And we also going to need it. So we really appreciate each and every one of you.
She's such a sweet lady. She speaks so well. The mother, Shanquella's mom, speaks very well. What happened? Oh. I'm like, oh God, what's going on? Did my stream cut off? But she speaks so well, and I'm just overjoyed that they got all that money, $400,000, because that money's gonna go fast, with the attorney, private investigators, the traveling, because they're paying for an independent autopsy, as they should. And so, yeah, they're going to need every penny of that. So, if you guys can donate, please go over there to their GoFundMe. After the video, I will put that in the description, and you guys can go over there and contribute if you can. And but this is just a sad situation. This is what happens, with people that you think are your friends. You just don't know what people are capable of. You know what I'm saying? And for these people to lie to the mother, lie to the family, and make them think that it was alcohol poisoning. They left her there, came back to the United States, dropped off her luggage, dropped off her baggage to the mom, like, here go her stuff, bye, like it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And just to go on about your life and live your life, like, they all need to be held accountable. They all need to be charged with murder, because they were all there participating in it. Okay, so I'm really anxious to see how this all turns out. We will be keeping up with it. I will be on the lookout for, if there is an arrest made. If there was one, we will report it. But as of now, it just doesn't have. I don't have any credible sources. I can't back up that an arrest was actually made. I don't see anything on any registries with Dejanay being arrested. And I just can't see that they would hide it. You know what I mean? Like, this would be some top level, something hidden. No. Now, what I will say, the fact that I'm a little leery with being extradited to Mexico. if this case at all could be handled in the United States, I would really prefer it be held over here, because I'm a little leery of those authorities and those professionals over there, just with the way they done handled it so far, the conflicting medical reports, just being paid, just things that I've been hearing that been going on over there with this case. The fact that we didn't know anything about this until now. If Black Twitter, Black bloggers didn't get a hold of this story, would it be going viral? Would it be getting all of this attention? Would Mexico have even done anything about it? Would they have reported it to the United States that something happened and that it needed to be investigated? Would they have investigated it and charged anyone, sought extradition, if there hadn't been pressure on them to do so? If it could be tried over here, I would just rather it be handled over here if it could be, but I doubt it, because the crime took place over there, and so that's why they have to be extradited. All of them need to be extradited. I don't know why it's just Dejanay. Winter clearly has implicated herself. She's on the live saying she was there. Nasir is on the live saying he was there. They all need to be extradited, and they need to be dealt with. I don't know why they're after just one. Oh, the death blow was delivered by her. They were all there, accomplices. At least accomplices to murder, if you don't want to charge them all with murder. But they need to all be held accountable. Just with the lies, just with the leaving her there and coming back home like nothing even ever happened. You knew you did something wrong, clearly. They've admitted on the live that she was dead. Winter admitted that she lost her life on the bed. Just horrible. Nasir admitted that there was a beating by the bruises and the injuries that she suffered to her face. I mean, and to know that she was dead 15 minutes after the blow. So that means that when people were coming in and seeing her and tending to her, she probably was deceased. How is it that medical professionals can be looking at a deceased body, a deceased person, and leave them there with their friends because they saying that no, we don't want medical attention? What? The fact that the nurse couldn't get a vein, couldn't put in, so that means there wasn't a pulse. Nasir clearly said that the nurse could not find a vein. She could not put in the saline because she couldn't put it in the vein. That's because there was no oxygen flowing through her body. She couldn't find a vein. There was no blood flow. There was no breathing. And you left her there. She was dead at 3 p.m. We look at the timeline and we go over the timeline. She was dead when, if Nasir so-called arrived and went in there and was talking to Quilla, she was dead. So you were rubbing her hair. You were putting on, what would you put on soft music for? What did you do to her? Like, now I'm thinking, what was you doing? Was she naked? How did her clothes get on? Like, when the paramedics and the nursing and the people arrived, she had clothes on. Who put her clothes on? She clearly was naked in that fight. Who put her clothes on? So, I mean, I just have so many questions. So many questions. But one question that I do not have is guilt. Who's guilty? Because I know who's guilty. All of them are guilty. They all knew, they all had a part, and they all clearly knew what had happened when they brought their asses back over here. When they brought their asses back to America, they all knew what had happened. Now, if they didn't know what happened during the time and this person was out there, didn't know, but y'all all knew by the time y'all made the decision to bring y'all asses back to the United States of America, y'all knew y'all left a dead person in Mexico. And y'all knew why she was dead. And who called the mom? The mom said at the time that she got the call, the video had to be already been, released. So who were they sending that video to? Were they sending that video back to the States showing people what they had done to her? Because she ran her mouth because she got drunk, and maybe she was making them feel, Shanquella was making Dejanay feel a little below her because she had money, you don't, I got the bigger room. I mean, whatever it was, the jealousy, it was clear there was some jealousy, because you don't beat somebody like that. That beating. Winter tried to say, I'm having beef with my friend and we just gonna fight it out. That wasn't no beef with my friend that I fight out. That was rage, that was jealousy, that was anger. The way you boxed that girl and beat her in the head and she wasn't even fighting back. A friend having a spat with another friend and y'all fighting it out, she would be fighting you back. Like the mom and the dad said, she stood no chance up against any of them. She was not fighting back. She was already in harm's way. They wouldn't have let her walk out of there not severely injured. They had every intention on severely hurting that girl. And to say, fight back, at least fight back and laugh. She clearly didn't want no smoke. She didn't want to fight you. But still and yet, you had something to prove, because you had to show the people that you plotted with that you was going to kick her ass. Because y'all all plotted this and you had to do what you said you was going to do. You had to finish it off. But y'all finished her off all right, and y'all left her ass there. And I don't mean to say it like that, left her ass there. I'm just mad. You left her there. You left that young lady there. You killed that young lady, and then you looked her mother in the face and lied to her, knowing that you took her child from her. All of them need to rot in hell. They need to rot under the jail. This is beyond horrible. Beyond horrible. No, do not jump off the live, Rebecca. You are able to discuss and you're able to say whatever. We do not want you to jump off the live. And I do think you are behind in the chat. Makeup Lover is right. I think that you're behind because we are way past that. We are not talking about that anymore. We are on commentary about Shanquella and what happened, because I'm getting ready to close this live out. It's 3:30 in the morning. So that's really what I wanted to do. My intention was to provide a timeline, was to give the information that we have that is credible, that is facts. I didn't want to speculate. That's why I took so long to do the video. I wanted to have everything in front of me to make, just to see what the hell went on. What happened? What happened in Cabo? Did it really deserve all that? Did it really take all that? It deserved a life to be taken? But see, that's what I always say. Jealousy drives people to do some really strange things. You never know what somebody's motive is behind their jealousy and their envy. People will lust after what you have. They will lust after your lifestyle, your man, your job, your family, down to your hair. They will lust after what you got. Want to be you, want you not to have what you have. They will want to take it from you. They will take your life to stop you from having your life, to have the great things that you have. Shanquella was on the rise. She had a business, she had money, she had it going on, and they knew that. So whatever it was that Winter says she said while she was drunk, it struck a nerve. It struck a nerve with all of them. That's why they was in the room plotting and talking about her. They hadn't let it go. See, they was drunk from the night before. That video that we showed of them, they were drinking. See, this video right here. See, this one right here, when it was the fun and the games, and they had gotten drunk. And then there's a video of Shanquella in the hammock, passed out drunk, and somebody says, our first dead body. They made reference to that. She was drunk, but it's ironic that they said our first dead body. She was passed out drunk. But this is what it was given the night before.
One. Winter, come on now. Deja, we know you weren't working on upper body when when you was working out. Come on, let me see what you got, Winston. What is that? I'm gonna play. What card? Man, these people here.
Come on, Elise, grab a card. How we do it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it how we do it, because we used to it. Drink, motherfucker.
Drink. Winter, come on now.
They was getting lit. They was having a great time. Everybody was drinking. And like Winter said, Shanquella said something. She said something to Dejanay while she was drunk that just didn't sit right. And so they planned that shit. When she was in there getting dressed, they was getting dressed to go swimming and looking for bathing suits or whatever. They was off in their room talking about her. They were all grouped up. She was in her room getting together, getting dressed. They were all off talking about her, plotting what they were going to do later on, setting up the time when they was going to jump on her, when Dejanay was going to jump on her. And that's horrible, to walk in on them plotting. I mean, you could feel the energy when she walked in that room, what they was in there doing. And she paying for everything. This is how people do you. Do you see how people do you? You paying for them to be in a villa with a private chef, jet skis, all drinks, a car to take you wherever you want to go. And y'all in there plotting on how you want to beat her up because she's so pretty and she's got the money and she's got it going on, the business and everything. Because why would I say that? Because they spent $7,000. That's what I think it might even, I don't know if it's more, but it's at least $7,000. I heard that's what the reports are, that they spent $7,000 on her credit card. So she's dead in Cabo. Y'all left her and then y'all go on a shopping spree. Yeah, because that's what you wanted. You wanted her money. You're jealous of her money. You're jealous of her business, jealous of what she had. So this is an all-around horrible story, and I pray that the family gets justice. Please keep donating to them. Do not donate. I saw on Tisa Tells that she posted that Gerardo, his Cash App. Why do we need to be donating money to him? For what? What is he doing that he needs to have his Cash App being posted and money being deposited into his Cash App? As far as I'm concerned, he is just exploiting this story because this is not an issue that was first reported by him. This was reported by Black bloggers, Black Twitter, just like the mother gave credit. He's seeming to come along and want this clout and want this credit and want his little 15 minutes of fame. He should not be credited with blowing this story wide open because he is not the one that brought attention to this story. So we want justice. Yes, Rebecca, we want justice for Shanquella, and we want everyone that was involved, that had a hand in it. We want them all to pay, and we want them to suffer the consequence. So you guys, drop in the comments if you catch the replay and let me know what you think about this. Of course, we will keep you guys posted as to any updates. I will keep my eye out if there is really an arrest. And of course, we'll come back and we'll talk about it and give an update. But as of right now, I am just not comfortable with the Mexican reporter Gerardo Zuniga. I'm sorry, Gerardo Zuniga. I'm not comfortable with his version of the so-called arrest. We had one word arrest. We had one time they said extradition. We know damn well she ain't arrested and extradited all in the same day. That is not how extradition works. You first off got to have the treaty with the country. You got to abide by the treaty with the country. It's a lot of red tape, and that's not something that happens overnight. Okay? So you guys drop in the comments. Let me know what you think about this video. I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you for being in the chat, all 135 of you. It is 3:38 in the morning. Y'all better take y'all tails to bed. It's time to go to bed. Don't y'all got work in the morning? I know I do. In a couple hours. Okay. I was trying to get all of this. This is the first night, as you can see. We are back on camera. We back live. That's me back there, if you want to know who those photos are in the back. That is me in my high school graduation. This one. And that is me as a baby. That's baby Sweet Pea. So that's teenage 18-year-old Sweet Pea, and that's baby Sweet Pea. That's who we got back there, okay? And y'all see my little plaque back there from my #1 subscriber. Together we break chains. She sent me that plaque back there, and is a token of her, her thankfulness for the channel and what we do, her gratitude, and I'm so grateful that she sent me that. It is so cute. So there we go, girl. It's back there, sitting back there, child. So you guys, make sure you like the video, share the video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I see all of my members in the building. Alicia, thank you for becoming a member. Marie Rose, my member. Hey, member. So now, Adriana, we know that the memberships are working. Girl, it was a little glitch with your membership. So thank you for letting me know that, though, because I wouldn't know, child. I wouldn't know. And I see here her TV. Hey, girl. So you guys, make sure you like the video, share the video. Most important. And listen, let me tell y'all something. Let me just say this before we go. I understand that we're YouTubers. I understand that we got a job to do. I know we got to make our bread, but we got to have some kind of integrity. We got to stop. The buck got to stop somewhere. We can't just be so quick to just post stories and want to put it out, be the first person, and want to go viral and want to get all these views and want to get. I got 16K. I don't even get it. Like, sometimes I'm in the algorithm and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I wonder, where are all my subscribers? Where's my views? But I understand that it's the type of videos I might do. I might get more views. And I know what will give me views and what won't give me views. And I can easily just post clickbait and get the views. But that's just not what I do. I want my stuff to be, people to believe what I put out. I want it to be credible. I want to have integrity. And I think that's what we should all be striving to do. Adriana's report, she's another blogger that's in the chat right now. She's the same way. We don't put out anything unless we can verify it. Unless we have a receipt, a concrete, a source, something that we can say, no, this is true. I seen it. We shouldn't post it if we can't verify it. So you got to think about the families. You got to think about people that are affected by these stories. In our quest to go viral and get our views, we can't just step over the little people. And the little people are the family members and the people that these stories are about. You got to take into consideration their feelings. How do you think the mother feels to go on YouTube and see all these stories and half of it is not true? Half of it is just for clicks and views. She said there ain't even been an arrest made. Right? So we just got to really be, careful with the information that we put out. That's all I got to say, okay? So this has been another edition of the Sweet Pea Diaries. Like the video, share the video. Most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Good night.